What's up, everyone? Today I'm going to show you 10 things of how we're going from idea to growing KingSumo.com, and you'll see it all live today. So I'm just going to show you the backstory of how this all got started. We run a company called AppSumo.com. It's a Groupon for geeks. Check it out if you guys don't already know about it. And so we tried doing giveaways, and it turned out that it worked really well. And so we built our own software to run giveaways. You can see that we've written over 34 giveaways in the years. Netflix for life, GitHub for life, Amazon, Seth Godin book collection. It was a great way to grow our audience. With giveaways, you get about 50% of the people are never going to be customers, and about 50% are actually going to be interested in you. It's one of the marketing strategies that you can do. It's not the only one, but it's one that's really, really effective, so I do recommend it. So we had all these things, and one day we're like, well, we really like it. What if we actually sold this as software? I don't know why we actually did it originally, but we made it only for WordPress. We thought we'd make this whole directory of different WordPress plugins, because at the time, that's just what we thought. So we made this site. It kind of looks like a 70s porn website. I'm surprised there's no pop unders or anything weird, because there's none. But it's a super old school site. We put it together quickly. Damien, who's awesome, he's in Australia, down under, mate. He threw it all together, and the site looks like crap. What's really interesting, though, is that people wanted this product and it worked. So that was one of the most powerful things about giveaways, is that it was working for our business. We just said, hey, everybody else should use it. One thing I want to tell you that I think was really interesting about how we threw it up, Chad, who's my business partner, was like, let's just charge a really high price to start. And then if it's too high, we can give out discounts and coupons. So that's why you see the high price. The second thing that was interesting was offering a developer license. It's literally the exact same identical license as a personal, but if people want to use it on multiple licenses, multiple sites, they buy the developer license. And surprisingly, we sell maybe about, for every 4 of the regular, we sell 1 of the developer license. That was really surprising. So we launched this maybe 3 years ago, really, really basic. And you can see an example of what a giveaway looks like here. This is tripastute.com running a giveaway. So we launched it only for WordPress, pretty straightforward. And we haven't really touched it in 3 or 4 years. So a few things that you gotta highlight when starting a business. One, make something for yourself, or look what you've already made. It doesn't just have to be software. It could be food, it could be clothing. It's probably something you've made that people are like, hey, I really like what you're doing, or hey, I really want that. You can always, one of my favorite things is look on Reddit DIY, or just look at what people already ask you to do anyways. So when we were starting this business, we put it out there. We had an audience with AppSumo. So one thing that I'd recommend for you if you're starting a business or if you got one going, you have a lot more people available than you think. You have your LinkedIn contacts, your Facebook contacts, your church contacts, your synagogue, whatever it is. Go look at who you already have. And if you don't have someone, well, no, I don't have an audience. I know. Start building up that audience today. It could be on LinkedIn. It could be in a Facebook group. It could be on an email list, or whatever it is. Don't wait. So if you ever want to start a business, start building up and helping people and educating and building your tribe for when you ever do have that product or service. So let me just show you the stats. This maybe is where to start. But you can see in the past 4 years, this number don't lie. Jenny from the block do not lie. That's almost $1 million, which is pretty effing crazy. I'm really shocked by it. With a product we haven't spent a lot of time on, we haven't put a lot of effort on, and now we are, and we're going to be starting and growing KingSumo.com. And I'm going to show you exactly how we go through this process. Now that we have some idea of what's working for us, we had put it out a little bit. How do we actually start it and grow this business? So first off, I wanted to get feedback about the questions that people were asking. So what was not working for people? What did they want in the product? Just go ask your customers. Or if you're using the product yourself, which is even better, just ask yourself. So here's a few things that we've done to figure out how to grow this for 2018, get it updated, and take it to the next level. Number one, look at all your customer support emails or tickets. I'm sure you've been getting them over the years. Or look at what people ask you questions about. So this is Zendesk, what we use. That's one way of looking through it. I did that. Number 2 is we sent a survey. So here's the exact survey we just sent out recently. 1, how did you hear about KingSumo? 2, what results have you gotten from it? Are people actually getting results? And what's one thing you want to improve about it? So number 1, I'm trying to hear, where are people finding out about our product, right? So I can go do more marketing in that way. Number 2, are people actually getting results? Because if people are buying it and not doing shit with it, then we need to fix that. And number 3, what is something they want in the future? Okay, so let me actually show you a few of those results. So how did people hear about it? They heard about it from AppSumo, from Noah, through Pat Flynn, through a friend. So pretty standard. A lot of it's word of mouth or through some of the networks that we already have. Number 2, what was really surprising about the survey results is a lot of people didn't do shit. I know, that's not what you want to hear. You want to say, oh yeah, it's great. But it's like a gym membership. A lot of people were buying it, thinking it's going to transform their email list, grow their business, get a lot more customers, but they just didn't get going. So that was actually a really interesting takeaway, and something I'll talk about in product, about what we're going to do about that. What's something that they want improved? A lot of them were just saying, hey, I want to be able in my giveaways to encourage people to like different things, which we already have. We just haven't done a good job telling them. Another thing is that we had a link on the site for people to submit feedback for the past 4 years. So we have hundreds of submissions for feedback. Besides customer support tickets, what I recommend for you is on your site in live chat, you can use Intercom, you can use Sumo, you can use Drift or Zopum, Olark, whatever the hell it is, and have live chat or have a link that's big ass. I know Stripe does it really well. That's like, give me feedback. You can see in the top right of Stripe's website. So there's different things that people ask. Remove fake contest people, active campaign integration, whatever it is. These are just a few of the ones that people have sent. Let me add my own entry options. So I have gone through every single feedback, every single customer complaint, all these suggestions that we've had over the past 3 years, and I took them and I basically tried to prioritize what I thought were actually helpful for the future and what I thought were just kind of one-offs. And I'll show you exactly how I prioritize that in a second. Next up, I want to see what some of our competitors are doing. I think you shouldn't, personally, I don't think you should spend all your day worrying about your competitors. I think you should do what you want, but it's good to be aware. It's good to be aware. So you can go on to Reddit/giveaways. That's what I did to see what other software companies were doing with their giveaways. I didn't really get anything groundbreaking, so I want to spend my time looking forwards, but I want to be aware where the hell my competitors are behind me or how much further they are ahead of me so I can get my pace on. One thing that I really want you to think about, what is my unique angle? Right? So this is a journey with KingSumo, and I want you to comment below if you want to follow along with this journey, but what is the unique angle at KingSumo? Is it going to be that we're going to be the only WordPress one? Is it that we're going to have multiple ways of getting new customers? Whatever that is, that's something I'm definitely thinking about. I think you should think about too. Now it's good to look at some of the data about where the hell your customers have come from. What I like to do is go into Google Analytics right here. You're going to go to acquisition and then go to referrals. I show you things live. I'm not talking about it. I really don't like that. I want people to see exactly how I do it and what I think is the best way to do it. So these are people that are sending us customers. One thing you can do is look at over a longer time frame. Let's just choose 2016. And then you can actually see where are people coming and finding out about your business. But you can see that James Altucher, OkDork.com, and some of these sites, actually a few of the sites as I was looking through this are just blog posts saying here's top giveaway software. So one of the things I would do is use SEMrush now or Ahrefs, SERPstat, there's a few other ones, and search other competitors of ours and look what blog articles they're mentioned in and go get ourselves mentioned in these articles. Ding! You can also email your customers, as I showed you in that survey, how did you hear about us, so we know how to go get more of those people. So we have all these different ideas. What the hell do you do? That's a lot of different stuff we've gone through. So what I like to do is put every single thing in an ideas tab. So you can see every single thing that we've been thinking about. I don't even think we should block this out. You can just see what we're thinking. We should do, things either on the product or things we can be doing in marketing. And what I like to do, this is what we've done for the past 8 years with the Sumo Group, is that how easy it is to do this idea and what do we think the impact is? And I know there's probably a lot more complicated things. This has just worked for us and worked for me, and I'll keep doing it. And then I like to summarize it, like how well has it worked? How well do I think this will work? And then prioritize it based on that. I generally like to do 1 week sprints, meaning that I set up things like here's what I'm going to do this week, and then revisit those on a weekly basis. So we take the ones that are the highest value ones, and we throw that in our product tab. So those are the ones that we're working on weekly, and they're assigned to different people. So some of the major ones are update the website design. I'll give you guys a sneak peek in a second. Set up an email autoresponder. We haven't done shit with that. A/B test some of the pricing. So we have one-time pricing, which has been amazing. I think a lot of people are tired of monthly subscriptions, but we want to test maybe there's a yearly, very affordable subscription that we could do. Simplified checkout page. Do free weekly giveaways. There'll probably be one below for you to go and get a giveaway so you can check it out for yourself and win something. Update copy on the website. We think these are the easiest and highest impact things we can be doing for this week. So this is how we're starting this business and growing it. Right now, I gotta be honest with you, I don't have a concrete goal. I want to get this to $1 million. I want to get 1 million users. Right now, I'm just trying to clean out the cobwebs and start building the foundation, and then we can start choosing. I think what we're leaning towards is that how do we help a certain amount of companies accomplish a certain amount of outcomes? My friend Patrick from ProfitWell is recommending that. Think about the outcome you're trying to accomplish for your customer instead of just I want to help people or anything kind of subjective like that. And I think that'll really be our guiding thing. So here's exactly what Ibaldo on our team is starting to design for Garrett, who's going to code it all together. This is one of the new versions of the landing page for KingSumo.com. If you look at some of the top landing pages, Facebook, Google, all these guys, they all have one thing for you to do, and it's something I always encourage. What do you think the one thing I want you to do when you come to KingSumo.com is? Anyone? Yeah, I want you to go and get started with it. So that's why we have that as your main thing, and I put everything else back on the bottom. That's how the top sites do it, and that's how I like to do it as well when I'm starting a business. So just to summarize, Some of the major challenges I'm facing are what pricing should we do? I think that's a challenge that a lot of people are facing. But with pricing, what I think about is that like MailChimp or Sumo.com or any business, they're going to change your prices a bunch of times. So just keep thinking what's best for the customer is going to be best for the business. So that's something we're thinking about. Number two, do we leave this on WordPress or do we try to make it universal for every single website? So that's something that I'm definitely trying to process, talking to customers, thinking about what I want for myself as a customer as well. Just to summarize in general for what are things we're doing as we're starting this business and growing it. Number one, look at something you've already built for yourself. I'm guessing you've already had something physical or software based that you're using or some service that you can turn into a business. That's what we turned into KingSumo. Go research people, right? So go send surveys, put a LinkedIn for feedback anytime you guys want. Number four, look at where people are coming from. Ask them or look in your Google Analytics. Number five, check out competition. So it's good just to see what they're up to. Make a basic product and marketing organization about what you're trying to accomplish, what things you have as ideas, and then prioritize them based on ease of use, highest impact, and then total that list. From that, I like to do weekly sprints. We check in on Mondays, set our goals and our intentions. And then next week, you kind of see how that progress is going. This is a really early journey. I'd love for you guys, if you're interested in hearing more about KingSumo and this journey of growing this business and seeing how it goes, and I'll show you guys behind the scenes of exactly how it's doing, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to keep doing this kind of videos. And I love you guys.